Hello, my name is Teddy Simpson. I am a senior in engineering technology with an emphasis in mechanical design. And today I'm going to be talking about writing and communication in the manufacturing environment, the most common forms of communication in manufacturing engineering. I interviewed Michael Miller. Mike Miller is an assembly manufacturing engineer at Hutchinson Technology. He also teaches a few classes on the side at UW Stout, including plastics processes, Mech 290, statics, and dynamics. I asked him, what are the most utilized types of communication slash writing by an engineer at your company, specifically a manufacturing engineer? He said, email is the most common form of communication, although much of our documentation is held in our PDM database, Production Data Management. Some engineers do carry logbooks, but that is mostly for design concept information. My second question, do you have to change your communication styles when communicating between various parts of the company? If you do, how so? And he said, when talking with executives, customers, we usually put the information into a PowerPoint presentation. With executives, the shorter the better. With customers, many aren't from the US, um, so pictures work the best. Much of the communication to the manufacturing floor is done in formal work instructions, which the company has made templates for. What are the most what are all of the communication slash writing genres that you utilize most as a manufacturing engineer? And he answered, if you're referring to techniques, we try to use formal templates for information. This will try and keep information consistent. As an engineer, I end up solving problems for several departments. Many times this will come in the form of an email with the problem definition given along with recommendations for solutions and accompanying data to support. Um, my fourth question, um, what is one What is one or a couple types of writing that you utilize that you find to be the most difficult to do? He said, writing concise presentations, technical manuals, or illustrations is easy for me. What is difficult is putting together formal research papers, sometimes needed for publishing. My fifth question, as far as writing, when do you have to be the most formal? And he said, when talking to a new customer, you always want to be formal when starting that relationship. Also, as I mentioned before, research papers need to be formal. So I took all this information and threw it into an infographic. I also wanted to share my experiences with communication in manufacturing. Uh, a couple years ago, I worked as a design engineering intern for a cabinetry company in Osseo, Wisconsin called SourceCut Industries. I dealt with mainly CAD drawings for product as means of communication. So basically, I dealt with creating drawings for case goods, cabinetry, and other projects. And basically, the main means of communication that I worked with was email and um, producing these CAD drawings uh, to then relay to the floor how to build these case goods or cabinets. As far as my infographic, uh, I found that email and technical documents tend to be uh, the most prominent form of communication in manufacturing. For email, the employees use email as the most effective use of communication within the company, a means to communicate with company customers. Formal work instructions are technical documents explaining the manufacturing sequence from usually start to finish of a job. They also provide important information involving process flow to and from various stages. The main formal work instructions are also the main means of communicating to the manufacturing floor. So email and formal work instructions tended to be the most prominent um, in manufacturing at specifically Hutchinson Technology. Also, technical manuals and PowerPoints are common forms of communication that Mike Miller uses. Communication for technical manuals, communication used to provide safe operating procedures for equipment and processes to the floor and other engineers. They also are used as a means to document intellectual property, so new findings within the company, new inventions. Um, they also can be formal documents that are sometimes published. So, like I said, patents and intellectual property. PowerPoints. PowerPoints are generally used to convey new product ideas to executives or customers. I also found that Mike Miller does a lot of that. He also, after talking to him, he also has been to uh, China and does a lot of customer presentations over there for new products and ideas. Um, as far as PowerPoints go, he also said with executives, the shorter the better, and with customers, the more pictures the better, due to the majority being international. Some other areas of expertise in manufacturing and engineering: um, increasing efficiencies, reducing bottlenecks, enforcing PPE, machinery purchasing and implementation, solving problems across many departments, robotics, product development from raw material to finished product. Thank you. That concludes my presentation for English 320.